I'd been in charge of General Motors, they'd still be producing cars today because they did the wrong things. And I'm not so sure they shouldn't have been allowed to fail. This too big to fail is a problem in our country. These bailouts are a problem. They're costing us money as taxpayers. I've also seen business from the level of a multi-specialty clinic where I worked and was chairman of the board for 5 years. The business of medicine is important. Delivering health care has to be done in a business like that. I've also served on the regional board of the West Tennessee Board of Regents Bank in Jackson. I know something about banking. Went back to school last year because I wanted to expand my business education. Got a master's in business administration. I don't think there's anybody in the race that knows more about business or can say they're a businessman more than I do. You know, I'm a physician. I've spent 33 years in residency and in private practice taking care of patients, helping through bad times, helping through good times, giving them bad results, giving them good results. I've also helped patients to solve their problems. That's what physicians do, solve problems. When I go to Washington, I'll continue to listen to you and try to help you solve your problems. That's what a congressman's all about. In the clinic, I've learned about delivering health care in a multi-specialty clinic in a way that delivers higher quality care at lower cost. I believe that multi-specialty clinics are the way to go. And finally, I had the very, very neat experience to work and serve on the board of a national health organization called the American Medical Group Association. The big trade association in Washington represented all the big medical groups in the country: Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Oxford Clinic, Vanderbilt Clinic, and the Jackson. And I was honored to be chair of that board in 2008 and worked directly with them. We worked on some things, tried to affect the way healthcare policy is delivered, tried to do some things that were positive for patients. I'm proud to tell you 2 things I did when I was on that board to chair that board. Number 1, we changed the mission statement to focus on patients and care for patients. Not doctors, not medical groups, but patients. If we focus on patients, everything else falls into place. And number 2, even after all we got done that we thought was positive in terms of the health care bill, I led that board to send letters opposing the health care bill in the House and in the Senate. It's a tough thing to do because we bucked the trend. We were one of the few medical groups that did that. The AMA went along with them, sold themselves out, in my opinion. But AMGA, the organization that I worked with, in the final analysis was against those 2 bills. It was largely because of my leadership. Leadership is what we're looking for in Congress. Proven, trusted, conservative leadership, and that's what I'm all about. Finally, let me tell you, I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist deacon at First Baptist Church in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. This nation was founded on moral and religious principles that we're drifting away from. Now, folks, I'd like to tell you that's something I can change by being a congressman, but that's our duty as Christians. We got to do that work. We got to carry the water and do the heavy lifting. We got to get out there and change the moral and religious basis of this country. We can't count on government to do that. It's not going to happen. Americans are angry, not just at the Democrat Party either. Americans are angry at all of Washington because Washington hasn't been listening to us. Washington's going the wrong direction, and we need to take those people out there in Washington, new people up there with fresh ideas, go back to the Constitution, the basis of our country. The Constitution is where it is. And President Obama has said, there's a little thing called the Constitution that stands between me and what I want to do in this country. And I say, thank God for the Constitution. You know, the United States of America is one of the most generous nations that's ever existed on the face of the earth. Look at Germany and Japan since World War II. What other country has ever done that? But this president is taking us from a nation of givers to a nation of takers. When he gave his State of the Union address, what I heard him say was, ask not what you can do for your country, ask what your country can do for you. That's wrong.